the much anticipated lifting support struts finally showed up today from Woodmizer. About 2 weeks and a few days maybe. All things considered, it wasn't too bad. I'm not disappointed. I am disappointed that they went bad to begin with, but it is what it is. We all have to understand and expect that that's going to happen. Anyway, here, as you can see, the box is unopened, and I'm going to open it now with you guys, or two people that watch my videos. The old ones. Fully extended. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they're still made in England, so we'll see. Let's see what's going on here. You know, if it's all the way on the floor, on the ground at the lowest level, it's a lot easier to install this. I'm going to use a skid steer to lift that instead of a come along or anything like that. I figure this might be the fastest way to do it. We'll see if it's the safest, right? Who knows about that? But here we go. Alright, so I'm by myself, obviously, so this is kind of a little bit more difficult than it really needs to be. I didn't realize that I would be able to lift it with that, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm not really lifting it with the machine. The machine is just there for backup support. I'm not touching the mill right now, just because this machine will destroy the mill very easily. So I'm a little leery about that. Okay, now I understand. Yeah, definitely should have put this together down there. Okay, so they're not lining up correctly. Don't do it the way I'm doing it, but I do have this driver. You should build this, assemble this rather, on the ground. This is the bottom of the mast. I don't know if you can see in there, but this is the bar that went across, the supporting bar that holds the two shocks together in place down here. So all I was doing was threading this in. It's all hand threaded, and made sure that the cable is not bound up in there anyhow. So the hex there at the bottom is a 3/16. Yeah, if you're gonna do this, don't do it the way I did it just now, especially if you're by yourself. Also, I didn't read the directions completely, so it's my fault, but I know how shocks work and I understand they're under pressure. I did the shocks on my truck over there and I was able to compress them by hand. But these, no, you're not moving those by hand. Rushing and not reading directions. What can you say? I'm a man. Let me give you the rundown of all my mistakes here. First off, put the shocks inside this thing and assemble it on the ground. Put it inside here when you're on the ground. Tighten it up to this when the assembly is all the way lowered. The final thing you do is to raise it up all the way, right? It's literally got to be as high as it possibly can go, okay? Now, if you follow the cable, there's the cable, it's on that eye nut, and that bolt was tightened all the way down to that block nut. That nut needs to be loosened almost till it's coming off. If you can see, there's probably 1/4 of an inch of thread left, not even, maybe an eighth of an inch of thread holding this nut onto the eye bolt. And this, the cable, and it's not tight, but it's not gonna fall off of the pulley. Like it took me a little bit of work to get it on there, even with the nut not loose. So now, you gotta do everything in reverse. Just tighten everything down. Well, tighten that bolt down. Everything else is tightened. But yeah, this was incorrect the way I did it. But lifting the carriage assembly is the last thing you do. Also, you should get one of these 3/8 impact M12 driver. All right, fellas, back in business. And that's the way it should be. Finally. Everything seems to be working normal.